Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Says good to be back.
Good to be back. Mad for it. It's Oasis are playing today in Heaton Park.
Welcome to the Two Skis. Yeah. Today we playing today. You've already aged the podcast.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of it, mate. People want to see where they are in this space and time when Oasis, this is the Oasis reunion. It's their Manchester gig tonight. So that's a big thing. So, in 25 years, when we're rich and famous, because all of you at home have liked, subscribed and shared so that we can get famous. Because I said, we're poor, need the money.
We're dirt poor.
So, So basically it's their reunion and here we are with the good, the bad and the two skis.
Yeah.
And welcome.
Are we still calling it that? Because we were just saying, just call it the Two Skis.
We're calling, we
discussed the best and worst of something.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think a lot of people who are watching the pod so far kind of know what it is. Basically, I need to take this hat off and these sunglasses because I can't see the script.
It'll just cut to you now, won't it? Like this.
Yeah. So, So the format of the show.
We just talk each week about the best and worst of something. So we've done Mario Brothers, we've done The Simpsons, we've done Friends, and this week we're doing...
Always bet on black.
You. Welcome to Con Air.
It's a subject very close to our heart, isn't it?
I mean, we kind of say that every podcast. We say this is close to... Well, it is, because we want to talk about it.
Do you remember in 1990 we watched the first action film that was released that year? Do you remember?
No.
Do you not remember? There's a video of us watching the first action film of the decade.
Oh, was it that one with Steven Seagal one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. We'll play it.
Mr. Lover.
I felt like we had that one.
I can't do this anymore. I can't.
I'm surprised we're not running out of embarrassing photos of you. there's too many of them. Like, how many have you got?
Write in the comments if you want to see some embarrassing photos of this guy instead of me.
There ain't any, mate.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Not photogenic right now. We're sweating like you wouldn't believe. It's the hottest day of the year. You can't.
It's crazy in here. It's like outside. It's 28 degrees, right? And we're here in our uniforms. And I even said to him before, I said, can I just wear like a red t-shirt today? And he said, no, we've got to wear the same thing we always wear. So we're sitting here sweating.
And we've literally, because the sound was so...
Yeah, one thing we wanted to address is, if you saw the last podcast, we did the whole podcast. It went really well and we loved it and everything. And then I went to edit it. And I remember when I brought him, I said to him, he came round and I said... have a look at the video on my computer. It looks a little bit bad. And the thing is, I've got no money, so I just use like a flat screen TV, like a HD TV as my monitor for my PC. So I was like, it must be that. So we did the whole thing, and then we put it out, and then we looked at the video, and we were like,
what the is this piece of shit?
Which pixel is me? You're like,
you're saying my arm merged into
his arm. Like somebody even wrote in the comments, and thanks for that comment, because I was actually looking for a good opportunity to explain to people why that was. Somebody said, I like the found footage look, which it looked like that. And believe me, usually I watch back through our podcasts, because I'm sad and I like to watch myself and I like to see how funny I am. I'm like,
I like me. My wife likes me.
I couldn't watch it because I've got like a 52-inch screen, and that on the 52-inch.
Can't believe that.
Wow, it's fascinating.
It was terrible. But
and then the AI, we used AI to smooth out the sound. So I'm there and I'm talking. I'm like, yeah, it's good, right?
So sad that you're leaving.
Let's get into it. So to start off, I thought I'd start with a few factoids to
copyright Steve Wright.
He's dead, mate. But, rest in peace, Steve Wright. But so here's a few facts for you. Interesting facts for you movie buffs out there. Okay, the co-ed shower scene in Starship Troopers, the director was naked. Okay, there's that one.
What do you expect me to react to that? I mean, now in Me Too movement, it'd be like, he's a pervert as well.
That's actually true. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, don't worry, we're all naked, so it's fine for you to be naked.
Yeah, that's some food for thought,
Yeah.
as they say. It's the second one. Get ready for this to hit you. Pierce Brosnan had a hand double in Goldeneye.
Oh, like George in Seinfeld.
I've never seen hands like these before.
And here's the last one for you. As you can see, I did a very thorough research into the facts for this week. The Total Recall cast got food poisoning. So,
Was that it?
what do you mean?
Wait, I don't get it. So it's a common thing to get food poisoning. It's not...
Yeah, but they all got it. They got food poisoning on that, except for Steven. So I was going to say Steven Seagal. He wasn't on that movie. It would have been a very different movie. He would have been like, "What are you doing?" That's nothing like Seagal. But anyway,
we'll get into Seagal probably later. Won't
we? Well, yeah. Well, will we? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and we'll move on to your favourite section. Okay, so I know a lot of you have written.
It's a bad section.
A lot of people have written in the comments and said,
double tap the screen 4 or 5 times to get past this.
How do they like do what? But if they haven't got a touch screen?
Who?
On PC, mate.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. He didn't know that, did he?
Did
he? Did he? And we need baby oil in here today, mate. Yeah, so we've got this. The first question, it comes from...
Wait, how many are there? Questions? That was a letter.
The first letter comes from George Mannering. Don't tell him, Pike! He says...
Wait, it's not a fun thing if you just made up the name yourself just so you can do a pun on it.
Don't people. These are real letters.
Carry on.
Okay, thank you, George, for the letter. He says, with the Oasis reunion on, about what music are you guys into? Do you like Oasis? Yeah, and we went to Nebworth to see Oasis back in them days. And we had a good time. Okay, so that's that's the letter. That's your letters for this week. Thanks for that. And maybe you want to tell me what letters you've got from the viewers.
I mean, mine are actually relevant to 90s action films.
Oh, right. I mean, mine was too, really. I bet Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher like 90s action.
People are saying here, in 90s action films, old people were all 40 years old.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was always that old people were. You were old if you were 40, like Lethal Weapon or whatever. It's always, I'm getting too old for this shit.
And I saw a clip of Danny Glover the other day. He was at a convention, and a guy said to him, "Are you going to do the new Lethal Weapon?" And I was waiting for.
I'm too old for this shit.
I bet he's sick of saying that.
He didn't say it. He just said no. So I was just like, the disappointment on my face, and I wasn't even the guy at the convention.
Yeah, but he's 80 years old, mate. I'm sure he's getting too old.
Yeah, but Mel Gibson keeps on saying they're going to be doing it.
Yeah, I know, and I bet he's like, stop saying that. I'm 80 years old. I just want to make some money and chill out. I don't want to be in Lethal Weapon 6. You could argue this is the golden age of music because now you can listen to anything you want whenever you want and as much of it as you want.
I call it the scrap age of music.
Yeah, because you're stuck. You've got.
I'm
same,
stuck.
He's like my dad in that he's got the same 3,000 songs that he just listens to, then goes back to the start, listens to them again. He doesn't. He's too ignorant to listen to new music.
It's got nothing to do with ignorance,
it's
mate.
all to do with.
It's got to do with taste. Okay.
No, taste is not listening to anything ever again. That's ignorance, mate.
Well, I know Taylor Swift songs that Anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
90s action films. Let's get into it.
Let's get down into it. Come on.
So the way it works is we'll start with, should we say our worst? It's always more interesting to go through the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, but then they don't want to listen to the good ones.
Yeah, no, but then it's too late. We'll get the view anyway, so they'll be hooked.
All right.
We don't want to
What we usually do is when we go into it, we usually go through the good first and then the bad. Now, if it's Friends or The Simpsons and things like this, usually we've stopped watching those programs by that time, so we don't really have a reference point of those episodes in particular. But with action films, everybody knows bad action films, and you must have watched some at some point in your life. So we thought this time we'd go first with the bad ones. Okay, so start off. Give me your first bad action film.
I've actually written it down for once. Yeah. Okay. This is in no particular order. Because
It's no particular order.
All right. RoboCop 3.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We always tell the story of that was the first was that the first RoboCop I watched?
That was the first RoboCop he watched. Because I remember I said to him, because I really love RoboCop 1 and I love RoboCop 2 as well. Like, I really like that, and some people don't like it. But I said to him, just watch RoboCop 1. And then he came back to me a few days later and he said, well, I watched RoboCop. And he was like, oh, I didn't like it where he was flying or whatever. I was like, you don't fly in RoboCop. It's like, you didn't watch RoboCop 3, did you? He watched RoboCop 3 as his first RoboCop with all the samurais and all the Rip Torn being like bah, 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 over the top.
That is the, like they said about that era. It is first one always was the best one. Second one did exactly the same thing, but again, and then third one went for kids.
Okay, so for the bad ones, for the first one, I've gone with, this is a little bit out of the ordinary. Okay, for an action film, and it is an action film. The Specialist. It's basically a slick, sexy thriller, right? And you don't get them anymore. Have you noticed that? You don't get slick, sexy thrillers. You don't get Sliver or The Specialist. Anyway, so I picked up.
Where does it say in that action? You think 90s action, you think over-the-top characters, witty one-liners.
Anybody of you at home, if you've seen The Specialist, James Woods in that is like, woo!
What are you stinking maggot? Ray, you killed!
He's cuckoo in it. He's like totally crazy, like going mad. And the bad guy in it, he's the guy who was in the on the waterfront, and he's one of them guys where he's doing like an accent to make himself sound like he's from Puerto Rico or wherever it is. But all he does is, and we've done our accents before, where you know when you change a word to make it be like the accent, he goes like this. What you doing?
And you what I want.
He says chew, all right, instead of you. And he thinks that constitutes changing the accent, which it doesn't.
Have you ever seen Al Pacino doing an English accent? Have you seen that clip?
I think you might have showed it me once.
He's there and he's talking to this guy. It's like, the thing is, there was this dog.
I thought, everyone has gone mad. I said, everyone has gone mad.
Also, I mean, you've got to say about, what's that guy, Ocean's 11 guy?
Oh, Don Cheadle.
And me, I'm 56 years old.
Damn!
I'm sorry. That's the rules for someone who understands the rules, which Bank don't because they already broke them.
Okay.
What was so bad about it?
All right.
You literally said, "Oh, I love slick, sexy thrillers."
I'm sure that.
So why isn't it on your best list?
I told one of my mates said to me, "This is what he loves about this podcast." He's like, "You do the good and the bad of everything, but you end up just talking about random things." You know, like somebody said in the comments, and thanks for that comment, really appreciate it. He was like, "It's like somebody put a microphone in a pub and just let the guys talk,
and then they just got more pissed up as it goes."
Yeah.
My second worst one might sound surprising to you kids. The Avengers.
Oh, what's in second worst? It's not in the 90s, though. Oh, you mean...
Yeah.
Sean Connery 90s.
Sean Connery, Ray Fiennes, Uma Thurman. We've got stories about that. We went to see it in the Lake District in one of those cinemas that's like 5 seats. It's not even a projector. It's just a small screen, and it's got rotten seats and everything, and it was just... terrible viewing experience.
And I got a little story that I like to tell people about what actually happened in that. So we were going to get popcorn, right? So I said to him, "Can you go get the popcorn, right?" And I said, "It's sweet and salted." And I said, "Can you make sure you get sweet, right?" So he goes, comes back.
You didn't specify. You just said get popcorn.
Believe me, I specified.
No, there was no specification.
Yes, there was. Stop using specify. I used it. Okay. So basically, he comes back. And I'm all excited, hey, we're going to watch Sean Connery in a top hat. It was a bowler hat.
Yeah, he wasn't even wearing one.
No, he wasn't. No. He's supposed to be, though, wasn't he?
Was he?
He's Steed, though, wasn't he? Not that I've ever watched the TV.
Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Well, he was supposed to be Steed.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, I guess so. Anyway.
What kind of facts that? Sean Connery is supposed to be Steed, but he wasn't.
Well, I'm supposed to provide facts for your choice. You're supposed to provide...
You brought up the fact. It's not even a fact. You just brought up something that's not a fact.
Anyway, I'm back to the popcorn story. So he brings it back. I take a bite.
You don't have to act out.
Yeah, I'm just used to acting things out. Salted. So I turns to him, yeah, and I says, "Why you brought me back salted?" I said, "Sweet." And
he didn't say sweet.
he goes, "Here's the excuse, right? I went up to the actual stall where they sell the confectionery, and I noticed that in the two things you have sweet and salted, the salted one was full, but the sweet one was nearly empty. And his brain thought, the salted one must be full because people love it so much they just refilled it, and only some people were taking the sweet. That's his brain. Cuckoo, cuckoo." Yeah, anyway, ruined the film, even though it was a bad film anyway. It was like 4 out of 10. What don't you like about it?
It's too English. Or it's two Americans trying to be English, like trying to be two 60s English. Ray Fiennes and Uma Thurman, no chemistry. It's just like, they're just like, just sauntering around, aren't they? And hitting people with umbrellas. It's just a bad... Look at you, you're not even interested.
No, the thing is, I don't, like, for you at home, I don't remember anything about the film, so I can't. Anyway, so that was his choice, and my next one is, well, I've got to ruin one of my ones anyway because I said RoboCop 3 and we've already done that one. I didn't think he was going to pick that one. Of all the bad action films, I thought he's probably not going to pick that.
We didn't even say anything about it.
Instead, I'm changing mine on the fly. A little film called Deep Cover.
I'm not seeing it.
Right, here's the thing, mate.
Pick one that you would know.
Well, first of all, you have seen it because me and you watched it together. Jeff Goldblum, where he shoots the guy in the ass.
Get the out! I'll see you in
That's what that film is. Deep Cover. That's what it's called.
Mexican cartel guy.
Are you an idiot or something? Lawrence Fishburne and Jeff Goldblum. We watched it about 2 months ago. He goes, "There's a great film about Jeff Goldblum where he shoots a guy in the ass." And he showed me the clip of it. Terrible film.
That was the only good bit in the film.
And we love Jeff Goldblum, but then again, everybody loves it. Jeff Goldblum, don't they? But in it, Lawrence Fishburne, his boss is like, "You've got to go undercover to get this drug lord. He's like the highest drug lord in the land." And it literally takes him how long? A week to become like the main guy?
Yeah. It was a terrible film. I can't remember anything about it, really.
Yeah, well, obviously you can't, because that's why you said I've never seen it. Well, here's a story about Steven Seagal that you'll like.
I'll know it.
You won't know this one, mate.
I know a lot of stories about him.
When I was living in Manchester, and I used to have we had a fridge there, and we had this interview from Steven Seagal. It was gold. Everything he said was gold. And he was talking about, remember when Hurricane Katrina happened, and it was like a big thing, and you had like a lot of celebrities who were going out to help with like the relief effort and things like that. Seagal goes, this was his exact words: "I saw all these pussies on the TV going and pretending they're helping with Katrina. Well, that didn't happen with me. I just went down there. Sheriff threw me a rifle. I cocked it, and he said, 'Just see what you can do.'"
You're saying that's word for word. I doubt.
Honestly, he said that because he also said, "There's no clip of it, mate."
What? Oh, what a surprise! He always does this.
Hey, excuse me. Wait a second. Didn't I just say a second ago I had a fridge with an interview on it? I didn't say I had a TV in a fridge. I'm not Snoop Dogg. I didn't have a TV in a fridge with him talking.
Oh, what? So it could have just been anyone put a random picture of Steven Seagal up there and then made
it was out of Empire Magazine. If you've got a subscription to Empire Magazine, check it out. If this
wasn't recording our audio, I'd be searching Steven Seagal, Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, find it. I bet if you put in Google now.
Nothing about him seeing, here's a rifle, see what you can do.
I said shotgun.
You said rifle.
Why would you give
Roll it back.
Threw me a rifle. Let's get to my third and the final answer is Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
It is a bad film.
Yeah, but have you seen it?
All that and you will die.
Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about.
That's the only line I know.
And it's
about.
bad graphics and things like that.
Yeah. Right, let's discuss other ones that we haven't discussed. You know, there's like So there'll be things like
the best action films. This is exciting.
I think we'll probably agree on at least two of these.
Well, I don't think so because I've actually picked ones that I thought you'll
pick sci-fi ones or ones like that are not. You'll pick sleek, sexy thrillers that are actually action films,
right?
You didn't. I specifically said to him before this podcast. I rang him up and said, "What are we covering here? Can we potentially cover sci-fi?" Yeah, maybe at a push, he says, and then he's bringing sleek, sexy thrillers.
Okay, so these are the best. My best action films. The first one I've gone with, and you might have gone with this as well. Though.
Yeah.
It actually bodes well to what we're doing at the moment.
What word is that? What are we even going for?
I don't even know. You'll probably see. I'll put it up on the screen, and then for you at home on Spotify, you'll never know. It works well with the situation we're in. Heat. Some interesting things about the movie itself. Some of the things that I liked, and some people might have gathered as they watched it. It was used to train some Navy SEALs to use firearms. You know, they watch that video of Val Kilmer when he's like that. And they show that in the Navy SEAL camps and show them how that's the best way to reload a firearm when you're in the field.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Also, here's one scene I love out of Heat is the line when he's on the phone.
Yeah, that's a great.
When he's on the phone, he's like, they're talking about money, and the guy says to Robert De Niro, says, "Forget it." And he's like, "What do you mean forget it? It's a lot of money." And he's like,
"Money? What am I doing? I'm talking to an empty telephone."
Well, he's like,
"Because there was a dead man on the other end of this."
People always talk about the scene in the cafe where they're across from each other, but one of the best things about this film is that, and me and him love this, it was based on Michael Mann's original film that was called LA Takedown. And the two actors they have in that to do that scene is the funniest thing you'll ever see. I'll put a little clip of it up and you'll be able to hear it on Spotify. But you explain it, what you thought when you first saw it.
I just thought it's two complete one-note performances, isn't it?
They're just staring like this.
Yeah.
See me doing thrill-seeker liquor store holdups with a born-to-lose tattoo on my chest?
You see me doing thrill-seeker liquor store holdups with a born-to-lose tattoo on my chest?
The De Niro one, like when
he doesn't blink.
Yeah, he doesn't blink. He's literally just like, and I'm here. I take scores, you take them down.
Don't take down scores.
And that's what we do.
Like he's reading it off the page, like he's me.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing here?
That's Robert De Niro when he sees like, what do you expect me to be?
Yeah.
Ball games? You know, that guy's like, what do you expect me to be?
Yeah,
ball games? Yeah.
And that is probably like when you really notice who's a good actor and who isn't. Yeah. Even when you hear it on Spotify, you'll be able to hear the difference because it's in the pauses. It's like, maybe I go downtown. Maybe I don't. Whereas the other guy would be like, maybe I go downtown, maybe I don't.
Yeah, like Al Pacino was like, no, you know, what are we doing here? It's that kind of thing where, they always say, you know, it's bad acting when you see it's acting. Like, I right after we said about Al Pacino, my dog, exactly, a very good dog.
We slate him and then we
yeah. Well,
okay. And so, what's your first good one?
My first, Speed.
Speed that's a great film.
Isn't that like the ultimate? For me, that's the ultimate 90s action film, just because it's got everything apart from that ending where the studio made them do the train bit, and you can tell it completely doesn't ruin the film, obviously, but if you just stop it when they're going on that tray, on that trolley along the ground or whatever, it's the perfect end.
And I thought, with it, great bad guy, isn't it?
Pop quiz, hot shot. There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed.
And it's just even like the secondary characters. Sandra Bullock, great in it. The Jeff Daniels, great in it.
You know what the weird thing about Speed is? I haven't actually seen it since 90s.
What?
I haven't actually watched it. I might watch it again.
That is one of those films. I always say it's one of those films that whenever it's on, like Goodfellas or something. I watch it every single time it's on.
Yeah, because it pulls you in.
Yeah, and it's perfectly paced film. Everything that happens when it should. Love it.
I see. It's had like a big influence on other films that have come since, and obviously it made Keanu Reeves, the action star that he kind of is.
Great film.
Yeah, I'll go along with that one. That's a very, very good one. That one. My next one, I've gone with Con Air.
It was. Guess what? It's a toss up between because we can talk about them both. They often talk at the same time.
Con Air and Face Off. Both. Yeah. We can fit them in as one because those, like, some people would look at those films and say, it's silly with the, especially if we go to Face Off first. It's silly with he takes his face off, so now his body's like different or whatever. It's like that. That's not
the bone structure of it. Yeah, everything is just
You wouldn't be able to get away with it, and just because the only way because it's another one of those little things where it's a little bit unbelievable. His wife only believes. Or she only realizes it's him when he goes touches her face or something like that.
I know, like as if they wouldn't have gone, "Oh, how's Jeff at work?"
He'd be like, who's that?
I don't know who that is.
Never heard him. She'd be like, "Who are you, imposter?"
Yeah, exactly. There's so many ways but I mean, it's not the film you go for plot holes.
No, I mean, think of him in that. Remember when he jumps off the prison thing in the middle of the ocean? Next minute, it's just him going on the shore. It's a bit like in Dark Knight when he manages to get back from that hellhole all the way to Gotham. It's like, how do you get back? And then at the end, they just change the faces back, and it's that easy. Like it's silly, but it's just a great and
John Woo.
And both of the actors are just loving it, hamming it up.
Yeah, that was in their moment of just that they were just taking all those kind of films on.
The Broken Arrow. So at the cinema, that was another one. John Travolta's just like crazy over the top guy.
I say, God damn, what a rush!
Nicolas Cage, as we know, he's a crazy guy anyway.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things talked about that film is Steve Buscemi is supposed to be the most disgusting, horrible killer of all time or something. And then in the end, he gets away with it, doesn't he? He just goes to Vegas and has a good time. It's like, wasn't he a killer? Wasn't he the most feared man on that plane? And it's like, at the end, he gets a happy ending. And you kind of like this at the end. Oh, yeah, he did it. Good guy. Good guy. And then, Nicolas Cage is playing the redneck and he's like, I'm going to sleep with my sister.
Yeah, Bunny back in the box. So it's like the guy from Silence of the Lambs.
I saw there was a star and she said, I don't know what I say. She said,
adult.
It was an adult entertainer, and she said it was like in her top 3 Hollywood hottie male actors, and she said Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, what? And she's like, but only in Con Air. And you know what? That's what I love about the film as well. John Malkovich, when he talks about it, he's just like, it was great. I played over the top.
You could tell everyone was having fun.
I mean, one of the films that I actually really like, we haven't mentioned, even though it's actually on the card at the front here, Last Action Hero, but you haven't seen that though, have you?
Yeah.
Now, Last Action Hero had a lot of bad said about it. If you watch it now, it actually is really good because it's kind of one of those first films that does the kind of looking in on itself.
I'll be back. Ha! You did not gonna say that, did you?
Kind of thing that everybody does now. And when I watched it, I thought it's not going to be very good, and I didn't watch it when it came out. But when I watched it, I really was like, I laughed quite a few times. It's actually a good film to watch. Just give it a try if you've never seen it before. It's actually really good. Yeah, I mean, 2 great films, Con Air and Face Off. And
if they were going to face off, which one would be the best film out of them? If you had to watch one of them,
Face Off.
Yeah, me too. Demolition Man.
You know what? Demolition Man. Yes, I didn't put Demolition Man in because I knew you were going to pick it. I thought he's got to pick it because when you think of 90s action, you think of Demolition Man.
And I think it's very underrated.
It's massively underrated. I saw it recently and
so ahead of its time in the social commentary and everything that goes on it. And just things like video calling and all this kind of stuff it was doing.
It's just that time that captured the zeitgeist at the time, I thought. Don't look at me like that. I use words like zeitgeist every day.
Who do you think you are? Zeitgeist. He's never used zeitgeist. I mean, it was the right use of it.
Thank you.
I don't know how you pulled that out of the word bank of about 10 words.
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I love that film. I love Wesley Snipes in it. Sly's great
What's
in
your
it.
boggle?
What seems to be your boggle?
My boggle.
It's got so many.
That's that. Yeah, what's your boggle? What's my boggle? And he throws the guy through the window. Classic. And also, what was the fact about that? Remember when they're doing the cryogenic thing? Unfreezing Jeffrey Dahmer, but of course he had already been killed in prison by the time that actually happened. So they changed that. And also, what the famous one that everybody knows, Taco Bell is changed to Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
You know what? When we first saw it, though, we saw the Taco Bell one, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
I only saw the Pizza Hut one like in recent years. I've never seen it as Pizza Hut.
Explain succinctly why that was.
Why? See how he uses a big word like that? Just after I've used zeitgeist to try and one up me like that. This guy.
Explain in a simple way why that was.
Oh yeah. So we're in the UK, and in the UK we don't have Taco Bell, so it was presumed that we wouldn't know what that meant. Because it's supposed to be like a high class meal in the thing. Obviously, it's like it would be like if we were doing it, it was McDonald's. You'd be like, oh well, that's not high class. But we might have thought in the UK that Taco Bell was high class. So
the joke would have gone over our head.
Yeah, so we would have been. And the other fact about it was Wesley Snipes. He had to do all his kicks in like slow motion almost because they were too fast for the camera to pick up.
Well, that's a good fact. Do you remember one of the funniest parts? It's like, you're shitting me. I find one credit for the verbal morality. And it's just in the background, it's just like.
I love that part, and everybody talks about the 3 seashells.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
What are they? What do you have to do with them?
I always presumed it was just touch screen almost. Then that one makes air come out, that one makes water come out, and that one makes.
Apparently, this is what it was supposed to be. This is like a bad explanation of it, though, but this is what they said it actually was, because I actually looked into it forensically. You're supposed to use 2 of them to clench and grab the waist.
No one on the film would have said that.
And the third one is
you just on a Reddit thread, someone taking the mic.
Honestly, and the third one is to wipe with a shell. I always thought
they wouldn't have.
I always thought using a shell to wipe, like that's pretty hard. I had a friend once, and he said to me, I went around to his house. Hot summer's day, we're on the shed at the end of his garden, right? And I've talked about this friend before. He was the one who said there was a load of NES games in the corner of a farmer's field that you couldn't get because the farm would shoot you if you went in there. So he said to me, I said, oh, I need the toilet. And he said, I said, where's your toilet? I knew where it was, but he said, where are you going? Just do it on the shed. And I said, well, how am I going to? He said, you can either wipe with the leaves and you just kick it off the shed into the farmer's field. And I said, yeah, but what? And he said, oh, just don't wipe at all. And I said, well, what if I don't wipe? What? He goes, you know what I do? Just clench my ass cheeks together for the rest of the day. And I remember thinking, I'd rather just do it, mate, instead of having to clench my ass cheeks together.
You're vile.
Somebody called me that once. Somebody called me a vile animal. Yeah, don't be giving them words. Don't be giving them words, mate.
Well, that is the best and worst. You don't believe what hell we've been through in this room.
Yeah,
it is actually been hell.
Exactly, me having to listen to him for this amount of time.
But we put wet towels up, but they're completely bone dry now. That's how hot it is in here. But that's our best and worst action film.
What are yours?
Yeah, let me finish the sentence. Who are you? Obviously, I was going to say that.
Okay.
Stop halfway through the sentence, mate.
Okay, yeah.
What are yours?
Please put in the comments, and if you can like, share, and subscribe, then we appreciate it because we need it. We're pushing on for 100 subscribers now, so
I know we'll look back one day and say, remember we were begging for 100, and now we're on 150.
101. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and
see you on the flip side.
Hey, I get to do the outro, right? See ya.